Hello and welcome to my channel for news about reports for USA. Please follow and subscribe for more information. Let's begin. Outdaughtered stars Danielle and Adam Busby's eldest daughter Blayke Busby is adored by fans and many wonder what her middle name is. The couple is parents to 6 beautiful girls and they surely put a lot of effort into their kids' names. Blayke turns 12 in April and has been a great older sister to the quintuplets. So, what does Blayke Busby's name mean and what is her middle name? Keep reading to find out the details. Blayke Busby's middle name comes from Danielle's grandmother. Blayke Busby was born on April 5, 2011, and has been no less than a miracle for the Busbys. Before she was born, the mother of 6 struggled with infertility. Danielle ovulated irregularly and Adam had a very low sperm count. This came as a huge blow to the couple who were desperate to have a child of their own. Adam and Danielle tried to get pregnant for almost a year before seeking help from a doctor. Soon enough, the now 39-year-old got pregnant with Blayke Busby and welcomed their first child into the world. The couple decided that their first child should have a unisex-type name. So, together, they came up with the name Blayke Busby. Moreover, Danielle wanted to name her first daughter after her late grandmother, Marie Louise. Hence, they chose the middle name, Louise for Blayke. Blayke Busby is currently in middle school. Blayke, which is commonly spelled as Blake, is a name that originates from Old English words that mean either pale or black. Although it doesn't describe Blayke's light brown locks, it is still a cute name for an adorable young girl. Last year, the 11-year-old graduated from grade 5 and is now in middle school. Although she still has a lot of fun hanging out with her siblings and her parents, she also loves to spend some time with her school friends. Blayke Busby wears a blue dress to her first formal dance. Adam and Danielle often post pictures of her enjoying a sleepover with friends. Recently, the mother of 6 sacrificed a fun trip to ensure that Blayke could enjoy her first formal dance. On Instagram, she shared a picture of Blayke Busby posing with her friends. The 11-year-old wore a sky blue dress and smiled at the camera. Danielle captioned the post, "My first baby girl's first formal dance was last night. Even though we had camping plans for the weekend, Adam and I pulled the #divide-and-conquer method and he headed to law with the quints and I stayed back so we didn't have to miss out." What do you think of Blayke Busby's middle name? Share your thoughts in the comments and check back with Reports for USA for more on Outdaughtered. Blayke Louise Busby had always known her middle name was special. As the oldest of the Busby daughters and the only one without a twin, her parents Adam and Danielle Busby had given her a name that they felt was both unique and meaningful. But for Blayke, her middle name was more than just a name, it was a connection to her family's past, a symbol of strength, and a reminder of the importance of tradition. Growing up in a household with 5 younger sisters, Ava, Olivia, Riley, Parker, and Hazel, Blayke often found herself in the role of the big sister. While her sisters were busy with their own twin dynamics and quirky personalities, Blayke was always the one who seemed to have it all together. She was responsible, caring, and often took on the role of a second mother when Danielle and Adam were busy with the chaos that inevitably came with raising 6 daughters. But even though Blayke was mature beyond her years, she still had moments of doubt and insecurity. She often wondered if her parents saw her as more than just the big sister. Did they really understand her, or was she just another piece of the Busby puzzle? "Mom, Dad," she began hesitantly, "can I ask you something?" Adam looked up from the map he was studying and smiled. "Of course, sweetheart. What's on your mind?" Blayke fidgeted with the hem of her shirt, trying to find the right words. "It's about my middle name. I've always wondered, why did you choose Louise? What does it mean to you?" Danielle's eyes softened as she exchanged a glance with Adam. She could tell this was something that had been on Blayke's mind for a while. "Blayke, honey, that's a great question," she said gently. "Your middle name has a lot of meaning to us, and we'd love to share the story with you." Blayke pulled up a chair and sat down, her curiosity piqued. She had always known that her middle name was important, but she had never known the full story behind it. Adam leaned forward, resting his elbows on the table. Blayke, the name Louise comes from your great-grandmother, my grandmother. She was an incredible woman, strong, kind, and full of love. She raised a family during some really tough times and always did it with a smile on her face. We wanted to honor her by giving you her name. Danielle nodded in agreement. Your great-grandmother Louise was someone we admired a lot. She taught us the importance of family, of sticking together no matter what. We wanted you to have that connection to her, to carry on her legacy in your own way. Blayke listened intently, her heart swelling with pride. She had always known that her parents loved her, but hearing them talk about her great-grandmother made her feel even more special. It was as if she had been given a piece of history, a link to the past that she could cherish forever. Wow, Blayke said softly. I never knew that. Thank you for telling me. Adam reached out and took Blayke's hand in his. You're welcome, Blayke. We wanted you to know that your name is more than just a name, it's a part of who you are. And we know that you'll carry that legacy with grace and strength, just like your great-grandmother did. Danielle smiled warmly. We're so proud of the person you're becoming, Blayke. You're already showing us that same strength and kindness that Louise had. We know you have a bright future ahead of you. Blayke felt a sense of peace wash over her. The doubts and insecurities that had been swirling in her mind seemed to fade away, replaced by a newfound sense of purpose. She realized that her parents did see her for who she was, not just as the big sister, but as someone with her own unique identity, someone who was deeply connected to her family's history. As the days went on, Blayke found herself thinking more and more about her great-grandmother Louise. She started asking her parents and grandparents about her, gathering stories and memories that she could hold on to. The more she learned, the more she felt a connection to the woman she had never met. One evening, after tucking her sisters into bed, Blayke sat down at her desk and opened her journal. She began writing a letter to her great-grandmother, a way to express the emotions that had been building inside her since learning about the significance of her middle name. Dear great-grandmother Louise, she wrote, I never got to meet you, but I feel like I know you now. Mom and Dad have told me so much about you, and I'm proud to carry your name. I want to live my life in a way that would make you proud, too. I want to be strong, kind, and full of love, just like you were. Thank you for being such an important part of our family. I promise to carry your legacy with me, always.